Hello everybody, Andy here again. You've probably seen the title of this particular video, probably grabbed your attention. But what this is all about, this was probably going to be like a throwaway video, because earlier on today I decided to tweet, because I looked at my tweets on Twitter first thing this morning, several 8, 9, 10 hours ago or whatever, probably more than that now. And Lost over in America it was like the big season finale over there, and the sort of the build up to the last series, I believe. And about 50% of all the tweets that I was reading was about the TV programme, and that's continued throughout the day. When I got home from work, decided to put a tweet out there because of all this that was going on, and sort of basically saying, am I the only person in the world who doesn't watch Lost and doesn't care too much about it? Now, straight off, I'll say I have nothing whatsoever against the programme. I've never really watched it. I've only seen bits about it, and that isn't really what this video isn't about, the programme itself. So if you're expecting anything about the video and about the programme and spoilers and that, you've come to the wrong place, believe me. As I said, nothing against the programme, and that's one of the things about this particular video. I happened to put that tweet up there, and several people contacted me either on Twitter or even via my sort of Facebook feed, where I sort of linked them up, and saying about, no, I don't watch it either, you know, and sort of these people sort of coming out of the woodwork. And I jokingly said to somebody, maybe we should form a club and we could probably hold our meetings in a phone box, because I thought we were about the only two people on earth who didn't watch Lost or wasn't bothered about it either way, you know. It's not vehemently against it, but so many people who watch it are passionate about it, and I've one of those things that I should come to. As I said, got lots of response, and it made me think about the actual programme itself, because people, as I just said, people who do watch it seem to be so wrapped up in it, and most of the people that I know watch it, especially my YouTube friends or my Twitter friends or Facebook friends or whatever, online friends generally, they're all what I would class as intelligent people who know what they're talking about, who don't watch a lot of TV, and yet there they are, stuck with this particular programme. They can't stop watching it. Even people over here in the UK, I know people who've seen the series finale. I don't know how they've done it, but they have already, because it hasn't shown over here yet. And they're people I wouldn't expect to get involved with something like that. So as I said, nothing against the programme, because I don't really know much about it, only what I've read about it. My son, as it happens, is an avid follower of it, so there you go, it's got taste, obviously. But possibly these people watching it is one of the only things, my online friends, it's one of the only programmes that they probably ever watch on the TV, or that's the impression that I get. So what is it about that one particular programme that grabs people? And this got me thinking about TV in general, because TV, we're all here on the internet nowadays. Yes, I know you can watch TV programmes on the internet, whether you can watch them live on the internet is a different matter. But this is one programme that's taken people away from the internet, although they might be twittering about it and they might be making YouTube videos about it after the event, or even when they're watching the programme, I suppose. It's taken them away from the internet a little bit. And I should imagine that these TV networks, because I understand it's certainly on one of the major channels over here, I suppose, and I think it is one of the major networks in the US as well, they must think, well, if we could get whatever it is about this programme and bottle it up, then maybe we could get all these people back who've deserted mainstream TV and gone all those separate ways, whether they watch TV online legally or illegally, or whether they don't bother watching TV at all and they're just online or doing other things because TV generally isn't quite what it was. And I'm sure, as I said, if they could bottle it and get whatever it was there and make a decent programme, then you can bet your life that there's people making up copies of whatever Lost is about. You know, there's sort of things that you can probably see the copycat programs will start appearing, trying to sort of jump on that bandwagon, trying to grab a bit of that action, draw a few people towards that particular program, get some advertising and that. But it also got me thinking about what TV used to be like, because years ago when I used to watch TV, before the internet really took off, and we're only going back a few years I think, people used to gather in their around the TV in front, you know, in front of the fire, and the families used to watch particular programs. The audiences, specifically in the UK I'm talking about, but I know it's probably worldwide, the audiences were 25, about half the population would watch a particular programme, whether it be the Queen's Speech, whether it be a particular favourite programme that sort of captured the imagination, like Lost has done now. But those days are gone for the TV networks, and used to have what they used to call sort of water cooler moments, where people would gather around when they got to work the next day, around the water cooler or with a coffee machine or whatever it might be, and they used to talk about the TV shows that they saw the last night. Oh, did you see Sam's? Oh wow, wasn't that great? Oh, exactly the sort of thing that is happening now on the internet. And I was wondering if Twitter, for example, and any of the others, but Twitter specifically, I think maybe that's become the water cooler of the internet. And because I can see that sort of parallel there, that's the way things are going. We're sort of talking about all of these type of programs, events, whatever it might be, sports, everything across the board. We're now using Twitter instead of the water cooler instead, because if you go to work, like myself, I wonder how many people who watched Lost, and saw it last night, actually spoke to people about work about it, because we are spread out so thinly about all the different entertainment genres and way of accessing entertainment nowadays. We've got our own ways of doing things, and people can record these programs, they can watch them later, as I said, they can watch them online later. How many people actually watch the program while it's on? And I think that's the big thing now, is that people actually, that one particular program has grabbed people and has made people do that. So just a couple of thoughts. I'd love to hear some thoughts from the people who watched Lost and why it's grabbed you. I suspect that, as I said, the people that I know who watch it, if I was to watch it, start watching it, I might think, I could get into this. I don't particularly want to, because there's a long way to catch up and I've got plenty of other things to do. So as I said, I'm not criticising or knocking the programme at all. It's just the way that it seems to have grabbed the public's sort of attention, or certainly part of the public's attention, and the way that that's transferred onto other mediums as well. Because I find that quite interesting. It sort of takes me back, as I suggested, to the way that TV used to be all those years ago, when everybody would watch a certain thing and it grabs people's attention and they talk about it right across the board, across the world now, as I said, and we've got new ways of doing that. So there you are, just some thoughts about that. As I said, I'd love to know what you think, whether you watch Lost or whether you don't watch Lost. If you do watch it, why do you watch it? And if you don't watch it, maybe you've started watching it and just given up on it, or don't want to get involved, or whatever it might be. So I'm a not Lost person, but maybe I should give it a go. But I don't expect I will, because I don't really want to get drawn into all that's going on there, and I wouldn't want to have to wait 9 months or something, or whatever it might be, before I can watch my next instalment. I get my next fix, shall we say. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for your time. I'll just speak to you again soon. Goodbye.